These are the highest resolution images we have. 3 times better in spatial resolution, about 30 kilometers per pixels. That there are new facts about this object that make it even more interesting than it was before.
Right now, that something is 3I Atlas, a strange, bright Manhattan-sized object streaking through our solar system and rewriting our expectations of what an interstellar visitor should look like. When Comet experts insisted, within hours of its discovery on July 1st, 2025, that this must be a routine water-rich comet, I couldn't help but think of artificial intelligence models. Why? Because AI systems don't imagine beyond their training data. They simply repeat what they've seen before. For decades, the training data for Comet experts consisted of icy rocks from our own solar system. But humanity has launched objects into space too. Tesla Roadsters, Voyagers, communication satellites. After millions of billions of years, who knows what fragments of technology might wander into our neighborhood? If you never train your eyes to expect technological artifacts, you'll never recognize one. When 3I Atlas arrived, showing behaviors that defy known comet physics, the immediate push to label it familiar felt less like science and more like reflex. I said it before. Nature is more imaginative than we are, and sometimes so are civilizations older than ours. This is not a claim of alien technology. It is a reminder that science is a process, not a conclusion. We must observe before we decide. The moment we assume we know the answer, we stop learning. If 3I Atlas behaved like a normal comet, I would not be talking to you today, but it doesn't. It presents not one, not two, but 12 distinct anomalies, each a clue that something unusual is happening. Let's walk through them slowly and carefully, like detectives at a cosmic crime scene. Number 1. Retrograde trajectory aligned with the planets. Its retrograde path is aligned within 5 degrees of the ecliptic plane, the same plane in which all planets orbit. Chance probability, 0.2%. Natural objects from interstellar space should arrive from random directions, not lined up with the geometry of our solar system. Number 2. Sunward jet antitail. In July, August, and November 2025, 3I Atlas displayed a jet toward the sun. That's not a perspective illusion. Comet jets point away from heat, not toward it. This alone breaks textbook thermodynamics. Number 3, a nucleus too massive, too fast. It's 1,000,000 times more massive than Oumuamua and 1,000 times more massive than Borisov, yet it's faster than both. Probability less than 0.1%. Massive objects should move slowly. This one doesn't. Number 4, fine-tuned arrival timing. Its path brought it near Mars, Venus, and Jupiter, and ensured it was unobservable from Earth at perihelion. Random chance 0.05%. If you wanted to avoid observation, that's the path you choose. Number 5, nickel-rich plume. The gas plume contains much more nickel than iron and a nickel to cyanide ratio unlike any known comet. Industrial nickel alloys show similar patterns, but nature rarely does. Number 6, only 4% water. Comets are supposed to be mostly water. This one has only 4% water by mass. Calling it a normal comet is like calling a metal cube a snowball because it's found in winter. Number 7, extreme negative polarization. Unprecedented among comets, even 2I Boris light scattering off its particles behaves in a way no known comet dust does. Number 8, arrival direction near the WOW signal. Its inbound direction coincides within 9 degrees of the 1977 WOW radio signal. Probability 0.6%. Coincidence maybe, but worth noting. Number 9, brightened faster than any comet and became bluer than the sun. During perihelion, it brightened more rapidly than any comet in recorded history and turned bluer than our star. That is not normal sublimation. Number 10, jet surface area paradox. To power its jets via sunlight alone, you'd need a surface area far larger than the object itself. Thermodynamics says no. The jets say yes. Number 11, non-gravitational acceleration without breakup. To produce its acceleration via sublimation, it would need to lose 13% of its mass. Yet images show it stayed intact. Acceleration without mass loss is interesting. Number 12, jet alignment remains stable across 1,000,000 kilometers despite rotation. The jets stay perfectly cumulated and directional over vast distances even though the object rotates. That is extraordinarily difficult for natural outgassing. Why do all 12 matter? Any one anomaly could have a natural explanation, but all 12 together form a pattern, and patterns are where science begins. I once said, when nature breaks her own rules, pay attention. And that's exactly what 3i Atlas is doing. Comet experts are not unintelligent. They are simply human. For decades, their mental training data contained only solar system comets. Icy, fragile, dusty, predictable. But the universe doesn't owe us familiarity. In early January 2025, the Minor Planet Center mistakenly cataloged the Tesla Roadster as a near-Earth asteroid. Why? Because it fit the expected shape and brightness of a small asteroid? It wasn't a rock, it was a car. This is the danger of narrow training data. We humanity have already launched thousands of technological objects into space. Voyagers, New Horizons, legacy boosters, dead satellites, communication arrays. And if Earth has done this in just a century of electronics, what could all their civilizations do in 1 billion years? There are 100 billion Earth-like planets in the Milky Way. Roll that cosmic dice enough times, and you'll get civilizations far more advanced than ours. Some of their debris, technological or primitive, may drift across interstellar space. If comet experts only expect snowballs, they'll identify everything as a snowball. This isn't a criticism. It's a call to expand the catalog of possibilities, to treat 3i Atlas not as a threat, not as proof of aliens, but as a lesson in humility. Science progresses when we admit we don't know yet, not when we insist it must be familiar. Einstein said quantum mechanics was wrong. He denied black holes, he dismissed gravitational waves, he was brilliant and brilliantly wrong. String theory dominated physics for 40 years and delivered 0 testable predictions. Being wrong is not shameful, it is scientific. But modern academia fears mistakes more than missed discoveries. Scientists hide their uncertainties until the paper is published, the conference is scheduled, the press release is ready. That is not how science should work. I've said this many times. The public loves seeing science in progress. They love the detective work, the plot twists, the unexpected results. They love watching nature surprise us, and they deserve that. Whenever I speak about 3i Atlas, I receive messages from parents saying, "My child wants to become a scientist after hearing you talk." Why? Because science becomes human when we let it breathe. When we show our doubts, our process, our curiosity, 3i Atlas gives us the chance to bring the public into the investigation, not the conclusion. And that matters. The 12 anomalies do not prove alien technology, but they do prove something else. Our models may be incomplete. If 3i Atlas is natural, then our understanding of comet physics must be rewritten. If it's artificial, the consequences are even greater. But here's the part I think many scientists overlook. The universe offers opportunities from both ends. Interstellar objects can carry primitive chemistry, the building blocks of life, technological signatures, the products of engineering. We should search for both. NASA allocates billions to search for microbes, but very little for technological relics. That's backwards. Technological signatures might be easier to detect than microbes. A shard of alien metal is easier to analyze than the chemical shadow of a microbe on a distant exoplanet. And 3i Atlas is a messenger from another star system. We could one day land on such an object, just like OSIRIS-REx landed on Bennu and returned a sample. If that sample contains chemistry from another world, we win. If it contains technology, we win even more. So, what do the 12 anomalies tell us? They tell us that 3i Atlas is interesting. Not terrifying, not conclusive, but undeniably interesting. And that's enough to study, enough to challenge old assumptions, enough to remind us why we became scientists in the first place. When I look at 3i Atlas, I don't see a threat. I don't see proof of aliens. I don't see a snowball. I see a question. A question large enough to make us humble, strange enough to make us curious, and meaningful enough to make us better scientists. As I tell my students, when you encounter something that defies explanation, don't dismiss it. That's nature giving you homework. And the universe just assigned Earth a new problem set. Whether 3i Atlas is a technological relic or an unfamiliar iceberg from another star, whether it carries chemistry from another world or engineering beyond ours, it has already achieved something remarkable. It made us look up. It made us think again. It made us realize how much we still don't know. and that in science is the beginning of every discovery. Stay curious.